What's up, gamers? I don't know how to do an uncringy intro. And this is Doom Delta. So, when we left off, I was reminiscing about the early days of Doom. Well, modern Doom. With earlier iterations of GZDoom and... Oh, that was, it was when Psychophobia was being developed as well. Back when Psychophobia was active, and it only had about, what was it? Like, one real episode under its belt. I mean, it was... there was some there. There was some to play of the medieval period, but it was very unfinished. It was clearly not what it was meant to be. I mean, I still think it's unfinished, obviously, because, well, it's dead, sadly. I miss Psychophobia. It's the same thing with Unloved. It's one of those things that it's another reminder that the greats die before the terribles, if that makes any sense. Although I guess I shouldn't be trying to apply philosophical musings to the development and deaths of Doom Huts. So that's my problem. Yeah, that is a bit of a problem. I do somewhat feel like a kid again. And that's not a bad thing. It's like that meme about, this one sparks joy. I'm very happy. This makes me very happy. What? The Spectres are the thing that's basically making me nostalgic at the moment, because for most of my, for when I was using just regular ZDoom, they had the staticky texture, but when I got GZDoom, they of course were rendered as just translucent pinkies. And whilst that is, again, it objectively does look better, I still like the static. I have the most fond memories of the static. The static speaks my name. Remember when that was a big thing? Remember when that was a game? That was one of the horror crazes. And then there was back when most horror games were just Unity engine games with very square, very large geometry. I'm just going down a trip through memory lane. I'm not even... This is literally just me going down memory lane. You know, as much as I want to go back to there's like this, like, say before FNAF, before what was it? I guess just before, you know, everything became so complicated. Before YouTube became less about the you and more about, well, the tube, I guess. Before YouTube became a soulless plantation of multiple content farms. Although, as much as I would like to turn back time, and this goes for most things, I'm glad that I cannot. Okay, there we go. The philosophical musings. Doom brings out the philosopher in me. Killing things brings out the philosopher in me. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. I would very much like it if YouTube never did become the soulless content farm that it has become today. And that Twitch would stop promoting thoughts. Well, now I've done it. I'm in the crosshairs of... if I wasn't in the crosshairs of the game's journalists before, or Susan before, just gonna destroy this. If I wasn't in there, I should not have destroyed those. I'm gonna die. No, please. Listen. Oh my god. I saved it. Well, if I wasn't in the crosshairs of Susan and the YouTube algorithm before, what is this? What is that? That's strange. Okay, well, besides the point. If I... okay, Jesus. But, now that I mentioned Twitch thoughts, I mean, if I probably would have gotten under their crosshair before by just calling, game journalists and announcing my, distaste for them and their works, but now I am because I mentioned the no-no word, the no-no acronym. Because that big no-no word, them people fight patriarchy. I'm actually gonna turn the music up a bit. I'll turn this down. Because honestly, the soundtrack here, Doom's soundtrack is full of some bangers. You know? Yeah, I have no idea what that thing that has the electric sparks coming off of it is. It does. All I know is that it does something. That's another thing. There's no like HUD message at the top right of your HUD when you pick up something, or you die, or well, it may be that. Whoa. Doesn't that make you want to kill some? Oh god, I'm gonna get flat. I'm in the crosshairs again. Something fictitious. Something fictitious. Figuratively kill something fictitious. We good? Is that good? Okay. That's my hit scan enemies in large amounts are my kryptonite. As you can see, there's a sharp decline in performance. I mean as in playing the game. I don't think there's been any sharp decline in performance, although I have no idea why, but because the FPS is clearly artificially capped here, because it would be fluctuating ever so slightly, if not very much so, because it's basically been for the solid probably 11 minutes I've been recording this episode, just capped at 36. I have there's a counter, there's an FPS counter, Riva Tuner Statistics something, Riva Tuner Statistics server. I use that. But it's been a solid 36, and I know that I might have accidentally set it there, or something's gone awry, because this is like GZDoom 3.2.0. It's a lot older than what they have now. So maybe I set some in the compatibility options tab, and that's why. I have a red key, and this is technically cheating, because I'm supposed to use the map at the top left of my HUD, but I need to find the blue key. Oop. I am having sits in this touch room still. I saw a puff. You can hit me, but I cannot hit you? That's not good either. Oh god. Oh no. Listen, pal. You up there? Yeah, that's you up there, huh? Think you're funny? Where'd you come from? I actually shouldn't stay up there. I'm a sitting duck. I'm also going to save. Yeah, I'm not doing too well. Again, hit scan enemies. I should be better about handling them, but I'm always better at projectile enemies. So, where's this guy? Ah, there it is. There's his gun. I can attempt to salvage this run. Actually, this is a much better weapon to use for large amounts of these, like I just heard. All grunt in unison. So see, there he is. I was right to be nervous. See, because I have pretty good gamer instincts, I'm big gamer brain. That's actually the thing. Here's the thing. Because I just remembered. The Doomer meme. It's circulating around or some corners of the web. Doomers originally they didn't used to refer to the internet's perception of a nihilist, or a catatonically depressed nihilist. It used to only refer to someone who played a lot of Doom. Back in the day, they called me a Doomer. This, along with U and M1, is probably one of the most iconic levels from Doom. At least in my eyes. This music definitely is. This brings so much back. Wait a minute. This isn't on the map. So these guys are gonna nearly kill you. At least that's what they're supposed to do. Here's hoping they really do their job. Once you beat the big badasses and clean out the moon base, you're supposed to win, aren't you? Aren't you? Where's your fat reward and ticket home? What the hell is this? It's not supposed to end this way. It stinks like rotten meat, but looks like the lost demo space. Looks like you're stuck on the shores of hell. The only way out is through. To continue the Doom experience, play the Shores of Hell and its amazing sequel, Inferno. So that was episode 1. Now this was originally the shareware version. You'd get this for free, but you'd have to pay, what was it, $40 at the time? If you were not a retailer, that is. If you're a retailer, I think you could pay for like you could pay like $8.99 or something like that. It said so. It still says that in the end of the screen, so that's how I kind of know this stuff. But let's see if F1 has anything. No, F1 does not work. But if you wanted to play the rest of the game, you'd have to pay. So it's sort of a widely known fact, though. And I may as well cut it here. So have a nice day.